Hello everyone, welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Now channel.
Ivy's plan triggers chaos as Will spies RJ kissing Elektra, and battle lines are drawn over Eric's designs. If there were ever an episode that proved how quickly secrets ignite disaster on the Bold and the Beautiful, this was it. One stolen letter, one planted necklace, one manipulated moment, and suddenly two families are on the brink of all-out war, both in love and in fashion. Ivy Forrester's quiet scheming detonated in spectacular fashion when Will Spencer walked in on R.J. Forrester kissing Elektra Forrester. At the same time, Ridge Forrester and Bill Spencer prepared for a legal and personal showdown over Eric Forrester's designs. Let's break down the chaos. Elektra's heart is breaking, and R.J. is right there. In the Forrester showroom, Elektra is unraveling. She's convinced Will chose Dylan over her, convinced he read her heartfelt letter and ripped off the necklace she made him, convinced he walked away. None of it is true. But Ivy made sure it looks true. As Elektra sobs to RJ, she recounts what her aunt witnessed: Dylan dancing for Will, strutting around in a swimsuit at the beach house. The horror at a beach house! Elektra insists Will is the only man for her, the only one she wants, the only one she saw a future with. RJ, meanwhile, sees an opportunity. He trashes Will without hesitation. How could he choose anyone over you? He calls him an idiot, a coward, a Spencer through and through. And from her hiding place, Ivy watches with visible satisfaction. Her plan is working. Meanwhile, Will does the right thing. At the beach house, Will is doing something remarkably mature. He calls Dylan inside and breaks the news. Elektra isn't comfortable with her living there. There's no easy way to say it. You have to leave first thing tomorrow morning. It's decisive, it's respectful of Elektra, it's exactly what she wanted. Dylan accepts it gracefully. Maybe too gracefully. She hugs him and hopes Elektra knows how lucky she is. Will heads to the office, thinking he's just taken a step toward fixing his relationship. He has no idea he's about to walk into a nightmare. RJ pushes the narrative. Back at Forrester Creations, RJ continues building the case against Will. He insists that Will should be thinking about Elektra's feelings, not protecting some other girl. Elektra nods through tears. Everything RJ says reinforces the story Ivy carefully constructed. And Ivy, she's practically glowing, because if Elektra loses faith in Will, RJ becomes the safe alternative. And if RJ becomes the safe alternative, Ivy regains control. Corporate war, the designs showdown. Across town at Spencer Publications, a different kind of betrayal is unfolding. Katie Logan Spencer is panicking. If Ridge is serious about bringing Eric back to Forrester Creations, Logan could be left without a designer and without a launch collection. Bill Spencer isn't rattled. The hell he is, he says, of Eric leaving. Katie points out that Eric never signed a formal contract. Bill counters with something just as powerful, a verbal agreement. He pats the sketches on his desk. These are ours. They belong to us. To Bill, business is business. Eric committed. They funded him. They own the results. To Katie, however, she feels the emotional fallout creeping in. If they move forward with Eric's designs against his wishes, what does that mean for her already fragile relationship with Brooke Logan? The battle lines are drawn. Ridge wants Eric and his designs back at Forrester. Bill wants to launch Logan's first collection with those very sketches. Katie is stuck between ambition and family loyalty. Brooke and Ridge. Blame game continues. At Brooke's home, Ridge spirals in guilt. He admits pushing his father too hard, treating him like a child, forcing him towards Spencer because he didn't listen. For once, Brooke tries to redirect his self-blame toward Katie. She insists Katie used Eric to prop up Logan's fashion house. At first, Ridge defends Katie. Then Brooke reframes it. Katie stole her name, stole Eric, took advantage of a wounded man. And just like that, Ridge pivots again. They did take advantage of him. Katie and Bill will have to find a new designer. It's a convenient moral high ground, one that protects Forrester Creations and restores family pride. Bill refuses to back down. Back at Spencer, Bill is ready for war. Katie doesn't want a bare-knuckle fight. Bill does. He insists they will use Eric's designs. Katie worries about Brooke, about sisterhood, about reputations. Bill reminds her they've survived worse, mostly him. They won't give up on her dream. Eric can return to Forrester if he wants, but the collection, that's Logan's. It's not just a business move, it's a power move. The calm before the explosion. At Brooke's place, tension briefly softens. Ridge suggests getting naked because in Soapland, nothing resolves conflict like a bubble bath. Brooke, reassured that Eric will no longer design for Logan, suggests maybe she and Katie can move past this. But that optimism feels premature because across town, everything is about to explode. The kiss that changes everything. Back in the showroom, Elektra is still crying. She confesses she thought Will would come running to her, thought he'd hold her, thought he'd choose her. RJ leans closer. He tells her she's special, beautiful, brilliant. He touches her face, and then he kisses her. It's not gentle curiosity, it's deliberate. And Ivy, watching from her hiding place, is visibly thrilled. This is what she engineered. Will walks in. Right on cue, Will enters. He sees RJ kissing Elektra. He freezes. Horror spreads across his face, and without a word, he turns and leaves. He doesn't hear Elektra's hesitation. He doesn't hear her protest when she tells RJ, "You can't do that." He doesn't hear the door slam behind her. He only sees betrayal. Fallout in real time. In the hallway, Will is consumed with rage. He nearly flips the receptionist's desk. He doesn't understand. He did the right thing. He told Dylan to leave. He came to fix things. Instead, he walked into what looks like confirmation of the worst. Elsewhere, Elektra sobs, unaware of the full chain of deception that led here. She thinks Will chose Dylan. Will thinks Elektra chose RJ. And Ivy, she thinks she won. The real cost of manipulation. Ivy's interference has now created a perfect storm. Elektra believes Will rejected her. Will believes Elektra replaced him. RJ believes he has an opening. Dylan is leaving, unaware of the chaos behind. And neither young lover knows a letter was stolen. One planted necklace, one hidden letter, one orchestrated kiss, and now two hearts are shattered. Meanwhile, the fashion war escalates. While the younger generation implodes romantically, the older generation prepares for corporate combat. If Bill uses Eric's designs without his blessing, Forrester Creations could pursue legal action. If Ridge pulls Eric back and blocks Logan's launch, Katie's dream collapses. And at the center of it all is Eric Forrester, a man who just wanted purpose, not war. What happens next? Will Will confront RJ? Will Elektra discover the missing letter? Will Ivy's manipulation be exposed? Will Bill launch Logan's collection with Eric's sketches, sparking a full-scale fashion feud? And when Eric learns his designs are being fought over like property, how will he react? Because if there's one thing we know about the bold and the beautiful, secrets don't stay buried. And when this one surfaces, it won't just break hearts. It will shatter alliances. Stay tuned. The fallout has only begun.